Hi, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, we're at sea today. I thought I'd take the opportunity to tell you about a few things that cruising with a family and a small child we found invaluable. Some of them might be a little bit of a surprise. So the first thing I've got is magnets, magnetic hooks. If you've read or seen anything about cruises, you will not be surprised to see magnetic hooks on the list. We've got various different sizes of hooks. Top tip is to stick them to the ceiling. They hold a lot more if you stick them to the ceiling than the walls. And the other thing, magnet wise, that I find really helpful is these ones that got little bulldog clips on them like this. They are great for holding up all the bits of paper that you get on cruises, from your daily bulletin to the kids club program to the artwork that your children bring back from the kids club. So I would highly recommend not only the hooks but also the bulldog clip. Linked to the magnets, carrying on from that theme, the other thing that we've got that is also magnet based is magnetic toys. Now, Milo loves these. I did wonder if they were going to be a little bit young for him, but actually they're great fun. And by having magnetic walls in the cabin, we've added a whole new dimension to the play.
It was so good on holiday, my magnetic toys, because it can stick onto the wall.
We haven't got them as far as the ceiling yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. They're really good for keeping him entertained and in a confined space as well. So the next two things are slightly linked to each other, so I'll explain them together. The first one is a power socket with multiple USB ports in it. We've got a few of these with different plugs on them. There never seems to be enough, especially when you've got more than 2 people in a cabin and you've got multiple electronic devices to charge. So highly recommend plug charger with multiple ports in it. So the other thing with these chargers is to remember to look for ones with fast chargers on them. Some things somehow on a cruise ship seem to take an eternity. And when you've got a 5-year-old who's after their tablet and headphones, an eternity is a long time for them to charge. Even if they seem quick at home, it seems to take a lot longer on a cruise ship.
We ended up using a few different types of adapter. This one is probably my favourite. So you can use it on the side here. You've got a bit so that you can use it in any country. So the bits come out like that. And then also you've got here, so obviously a standard plug, but on the bottom, space for 2 USB-A, the older style ones, and 2 USB-C, so this was brilliant as well. We also had this SyncWire one, which is the one that we showed in the video, which we do use to charge multiple things in the same place, but I'd say I prefer the black one.
The next thing I've got here is a power bank. This might seem like an obvious one, but actually it's helped us in a bit of a surprising way this holiday. So one side of the bed, there's better access to a power socket than the other. So we've actually found that we've used the power bank more for charging phones and electronic devices overnight at one side of the bed than we have taking it out and about. Don't get me wrong, it's been great for taking out and about as well, but it's just added that extra dimension to our charging and how we've used it. So I would highly recommend a power bank.
This is the power bank that we showed in the video. What I liked about this is that it's got the 22.5 watts, so it charges quickly, and then I'm just going to turn it around. And what was good about it as well is you've got 2 of the regular type USB connections, and then you've got one of the older style ones that used to be used for cameras and tablets and bits, and then you've got a USB-C as well. So this worked really well. We just charged it up during the day and then used it on the other side of the bed where there was no power point, and it did a great job.
The next item, with 3 of us sharing a cabin, you might not be surprised to find that hanging space is short. I would highly recommend saving some of these multi-hangers that lots of kids' clothes come on, because they are brilliant in the wardrobe. You don't see them so much with adults' clothes, but definitely with kids' clothes. They are great for hanging up lots of shirts or tops or bits like that and saving space, which when there is more than 2 of you in a cabin is certainly needed. So they are my top tips for now, things to pack for a cruise. Some of them you'll have probably seen about elsewhere, but hopefully some of them are a bit of a surprise or you can think about in a new way. Hi, so as you can see, we're back from holiday. We had an amazing time and we've now had a moment to collect up the links for the items that we featured in the video. We'll only ever share links for things that we've tried and tested, and you can find them all in the description of this video.